Have you ever stopped to think about the fruits you eat, especially as you get older? Most of us are told that fruit is one of the healthiest foods we can eat, right? But what if I told you that some fruits, yes, those very fruits you might consider healthy, could actually be harmful as you age? Sounds surprising, doesn't it? Now, we all know how important it is to maintain good health and longevity. But here's the thing, some fruits can mess with your blood sugar, your digestion, or even interfere with the medications you're taking. And guess what? You might not even realize it until it's too late. In this video, we're diving into 7 fruits that seniors should avoid at all costs. Some of these might shock you because they're often recommended as healthy options, but depending on your body's needs, they can do more harm than good. By the end of this video, you'll be much more aware of which fruits you should be cautious of and why avoiding them could actually protect your health. And stay with me till the end because the last one is one that most people eat daily without realizing the hidden danger it poses. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Let's kick things off with number 1, grapefruit. You've probably seen it at breakfast tables everywhere, right? It's big, juicy, and packed with vitamin C. But what if I told you that grapefruit is actually a major risk for seniors who take certain medications? Sounds weird, right? Well, here's the deal. Grapefruit contains compounds that mess with the enzymes in your liver and intestines. These enzymes are responsible for breaking down medications in your body. So if you eat grapefruit, your body might absorb either too much or too little of certain medications, and that can lead to dangerous side effects. Imagine this. Let's say you take medication for high blood pressure or heart conditions. If you drink grapefruit juice, it could keep that medication in your bloodstream longer than it should, making it way more potent. On the flip side, it could make other medications less effective. Can you see how that could be a problem? Take Henry, for example. He's 72 and had been managing his blood pressure with a daily medication. Every morning he'd drink a glass of fresh grapefruit juice, thinking it was a healthy habit. But over time, he started feeling dizzy and weak. It wasn't until a checkup that his doctor realized his medication levels were way higher than they should have been. The culprit? Grapefruit. Just by cutting it out, his symptoms went away and his medication started working properly again. So if you're taking any prescriptions, always check with your doctor before adding grapefruit to your diet. Moving on to number 2, durian. Durian, the king of fruits. Now, if you've ever smelled durian, you probably remember it, right? Some people say it smells like rotten onions, while others find its fragrance oddly comforting. But here's the thing, durian isn't just about its powerful smell. It also carries some serious health risks, especially for seniors. For one, durian is packed with sulfur, which can interfere with how your body breaks down alcohol. This means if you eat durian and drink alcohol, it can cause dizziness, nausea, and even spikes in blood pressure. And if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure, you really want to be careful with this one. Durian also has a ton of calories and fats, which can be tough on seniors with slower metabolisms. Take Robert, a 68-year-old who loves trying exotic food. One evening, after eating a large serving of durian, he felt his heart pounding, his body feeling hot, and his blood sugar spiking. The next day, he went to his doctor, and that's when he learned that durian had caused a dangerous mix of effects on his body. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or digestive issues, it's best to avoid this fruit. Question for you, have you ever tried durian? What did you think of the smell? Would you consider trying it again after learning about these risks? Next up, we have starfruit. This one might surprise you. It looks pretty innocent with its bright yellow color and unique shape. But for seniors, especially those with kidney problems, starfruit is actually a major health risk. You see, starfruit contains a neurotoxin that can cause serious neurological issues, including confusion, dizziness, and even seizures. If your kidneys aren't functioning at their best, they can't filter out this toxin properly and it builds up in your bloodstream. For healthy individuals, the kidneys take care of it, but as we age, they become less efficient. Take George, for instance. At 74, he thought he was doing something healthy by eating starfruit, but after a few days, he started feeling disoriented and lightheaded. His hands began to tremor and he had trouble keeping his balance. It wasn't until he saw his doctor that he learned his kidneys couldn't filter the toxin from the fruit. Once he stopped eating starfruit, his symptoms improved. Quick tip: if you have kidney disease or reduced kidney function, it's best to steer clear of starfruit. Better safe than sorry. Now let's talk about cherimoya, also known as custard apple. This one is super popular for its creamy texture and sweet flavor. But did you know that it contains natural toxins in its seeds, skin, and even leaves? These toxins, called annanin, have been linked to nerve damage and neurodegenerative disease. Imagine accidentally swallowing a seed. something that's easy to do since cherimoya seeds blend into the soft flesh. Even a small amount of crushed seed material can release harmful compounds that affect your nervous system. This is especially concerning for seniors, whose bodies might not be as quick at processing toxins as they once were. Take Leonard, a 70-year-old who loved trying exotic fruits. He ate cherimoya regularly until he started feeling fatigued and weak, especially when doing simple tasks. After eliminating cherimoya from his diet, he noticed a significant improvement in his energy levels. If you love tropical fruits, consider alternatives like bananas, mangoes, or pears, which offer similar flavors without the risk. Have you ever eaten cherimoya? Did you know it could affect your nervous system in this way? It's crazy how something so delicious can be hiding dangers, right? Next, unripe papaya. You might have heard of papaya being a superfood, right? It's great for digestion, but when it's unripe, it can cause serious digestive problems. Why? Because it's packed with latex, which can irritate your stomach lining and lead to bloating, cramping, and even nausea. For seniors, this is a big issue because as we age, our stomach lining becomes more sensitive. If you have conditions like gastritis or ulcers, unripe papaya could make things a lot worse. Question: have you ever eaten unripe papaya? How did it affect your digestion? Now let's move to ackee, a tropical fruit with a dangerous twist. If it's not properly ripened, ackee can cause a life-threatening condition called Jamaican vomiting sickness. This is caused by hypoglycin, a toxin that disrupts the body's ability to regulate blood sugar. For seniors, this is particularly risky. Harold, at 69, thought he was enjoying a harmless treat when he tried fresh ackee. But hours later, he started feeling weak, dizzy, and had trouble keeping food down. He later found out that the ackee wasn't ripe enough and the hypoglycin had caused his blood sugar to plummet. Scary, right? If you're going to try ackee, make sure it's been properly prepared by someone who knows what they're doing. Lastly, lychee, a sweet, refreshing fruit that many seniors enjoy. But here's the thing: if you eat lychee on an empty stomach, it can cause your blood sugar levels to drop dangerously. This is especially risky for seniors who already struggle with blood sugar control. It can lead to dizziness, confusion, and even unconsciousness. Margaret, 72, loved having lychee for breakfast, but after eating a bowl on an empty stomach one morning, she felt shaky and lightheaded. It wasn't until she adjusted her eating habits that the symptoms disappeared. If you have diabetes or blood sugar issues, it's best to avoid lychee, or at least never eat it on an empty stomach. And that's a wrap on the 7 dangerous fruits seniors should avoid. Which ones surprised you the most? Do you have any personal experiences with these fruits? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Grapefruit is often considered a healthy fruit due to its rich vitamin C content, antioxidants, and low-calorie nature. Many people consume it regularly as part of their diet to boost their immune system and improve overall health. However, for seniors, grapefruit can pose significant risks, especially when combined with certain medication. It's one of those fruits that may seem harmless on the surface, but can have serious unintended consequences on a senior's health, particularly when it interacts with prescription drugs. One of the primary issues with grapefruit is its ability to interfere with enzymes in the body, specifically the enzymes in the liver and intestines that are responsible for breaking down medication. These enzymes are crucial in helping the body metabolize various drugs that are commonly prescribed to seniors. Grapefruit contains compounds known as furanocoumarins, which can inhibit these enzymes, particularly a specific enzyme called CY. This enzyme plays a key role in metabolizing many medications, including those for high blood pressure, cholesterol, heart conditions, anxiety, and even some pain relievers. When grapefruit is consumed, it can cause these enzymes to function less effectively or be inhibited entirely. This can result in the body either absorbing too much of a particular medication or not enough. If too much of a medication enters the bloodstream, it can lead to dangerous side effects, including toxicity. For example, medications for high blood pressure, cholesterol, and heart conditions can stay in the bloodstream for much longer than intended, increasing their potency to dangerous levels. This can result in severe side effects like dizziness, irregular heartbeats, and even kidney or liver damage. Conversely, if grapefruit reduces the absorption of a medication, it may make the medication less effective, meaning the person is not receiving the intended therapeutic benefit. This can be especially problematic for seniors who rely on medications to manage chronic health conditions, such as heart disease or diabetes. What makes grapefruit interactions even more challenging is that the effects are not immediately noticeable. Unlike allergic reactions that occur quickly after exposure, The impact of grapefruit on drug metabolism is gradual and can build up over time. Seniors may consume grapefruit regularly, believing it to be a healthy choice, without realizing that it is altering the way their medications work in the body. In many cases, the changes in medication levels may not be noticeable for weeks or even months, which makes it harder to connect the symptoms to the fruit. By the time seniors notice issues like dizziness, fatigue, or changes in heart rate, it can be difficult to pinpoint grapefruit as the cause, especially if they continue to consume it as part of their diet. One example of how grapefruit can affect a senior's health involves Henry, a 72-year-old man who was managing his blood pressure with a prescribed medication. Every morning, Henry would start his day with a glass of fresh grapefruit juice, believing it to be a healthy habit. Over time, he began to experience symptoms like dizziness and muscle weakness, which he didn't associate with his morning routine. It wasn't until a routine checkup that his doctor discovered his medication levels were much higher than expected. After reviewing his diet, the doctor found that the culprit was the grapefruit juice. By removing grapefruit from his diet, Henry's medication levels returned to normal, and his symptoms disappeared. This illustrates how consuming grapefruit on a regular basis can unknowingly disrupt the balance of medication in a senior's system, leading to unwanted and potentially harmful side effects. The issue of grapefruit and medication interactions is particularly concerning for seniors, because they often take multiple medications to manage various health conditions. The more medications a senior is on, the higher the risk of drug interaction. Grapefruit's effect on the liver and intestines can influence the way many medications are absorbed, making it a significant concern for those managing complex medication regimens. For example, seniors who take antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, or painkillers may be unaware that grapefruit could cause these drugs to either become too potent or less effective. This can lead to a variety of complications, such as worsening symptoms of depression or anxiety, or not receiving adequate pain relief. Furthermore, the impact of grapefruit on medication absorption isn't always straightforward. The extent to which grapefruit affects drug metabolism can depend on factors such as the amount of grapefruit consumed, how frequently it's consumed, and the specific medication being taken. Some medications may be more susceptible to grapefruit's effects than others, and the interaction may be more significant with certain types of grapefruit products, like juice, which often has a higher concentration of the compounds that interfere with drug metabolism. For seniors who take prescription medications, it's always important to check with a doctor or pharmacist before incorporating grapefruit into their diet. While it's not necessary to avoid grapefruit altogether, it's crucial to be mindful of the potential interactions it can have with specific medication. In many cases, there are alternative fruits or dietary options that can provide similar health benefits without the risk of interfering with medication effectively. By being aware of the potential dangers, seniors can make better informed decisions about their diets and ensure that they're taking the necessary steps to protect their health. In conclusion, while grapefruit is generally considered a healthy fruit, it can pose hidden risks for seniors, especially those who are taking prescription medication. The compounds in grapefruit can interfere with the body's ability to metabolize certain drugs, leading to harmful side effects or reduced effectiveness of medication. Seniors should always consult their healthcare providers before consuming grapefruit regularly, particularly if they are managing chronic health conditions and taking multiple medications. Avoiding grapefruit or opting for alternatives can help ensure that seniors can continue to enjoy a balanced and safe diet while minimizing potential health risks. Durian, often referred to as the king of fruits, is a tropical delicacy that has gained popularity in many parts of the world for its rich, creamy texture and distinctive taste. However, despite its reputation as a sought-after treat, durian presents several health risks, especially for seniors. While the fruit is not necessarily dangerous for everyone, it can cause significant issues when consumed by elderly individuals, particularly those with existing health conditions. The high sulfur content, along with the fruit's richness in fats and sugars, makes it a food that requires caution, especially for older adults with compromised metabolisms or pre-existing medical conditions such as diabetes or heart disease. One of the primary concerns with durian is its high sulfur content, which can have a significant effect on how the body processes alcohol. For many seniors who may enjoy an occasional drink, combining durian with alcohol can lead to severe consequences, including nausea, dizziness, and a sudden increase in blood pressure. The sulfur compounds in durian interfere with the body's ability to break down alcohol, which can lead to an accumulation of alcohol in the bloodstream. This can create a toxic reaction, causing symptoms that range from mild discomfort to more severe effects such as a headache, vomiting, or in extreme cases, a serious spike in blood pressure that could lead to heart complications. For seniors who may already have high blood pressure or heart conditions, this combination can be particularly dangerous, increasing the risk of heart attacks or strokes. Another issue with durian lies in its high calorie and fat content. While fats are an essential part of a healthy diet, the type of fat found in durian is particularly dense and can be difficult for seniors to digest. As people age, their metabolism naturally slows down, and the digestive system becomes less efficient. This makes it harder for seniors to break down and process high-fat foods, leading to digestive discomfort such as bloating, indigestion, or even heart palpitations. Durian, being rich in fats, can exacerbate these digestive issues, especially when consumed in large amounts. If seniors eat too much durian at once, they may experience symptoms like feeling unusually hot, flushed, or bloated, which can cause significant discomfort. This reaction occurs due to the way durian affects blood circulation, making seniors feel overheated or restless. For those already dealing with digestive problems, such as acid reflux or irritable bowel syndrome, durian can further aggravate these conditions. The high sugar content in durian is another risk factor, particularly for seniors with diabetes or insulin resistance. While fruits generally contain natural sugars that the body can process, the sugar in durian is quite concentrated, making it one of the highest sugar fruits available. Consuming large portions of durian can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, leading to fatigue, dizziness, and long-term complications, especially for individuals with diabetes. Unlike other fruits that contain fiber, which helps regulate the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, durian lacks this balancing factor, making it easier to consume more than one's body can handle. As a result, seniors with diabetes or those at risk for developing diabetes should be particularly cautious about eating durian. If consumed in excess, it can lead to significant blood sugar imbalances, increasing the risk of complications such as nerve damage, heart disease, or kidney problems. An example of how durian can affect seniors involves Robert, a 68-year-old man who loved trying exotic foods. One evening, he decided to indulge in a large portion of durian, unaware of its potential risks. Shortly after eating, he began to feel unusually warm and noticed his heart pounding. A few hours later, he felt weak and lightheaded, not realizing that his blood sugar had spiked due to the high sugar content in the fruit. At the same time, the heavy fats in durian caused an increase in his blood pressure, leaving him feeling disoriented and exhausted. When he visited his doctor the following day, he was shocked to learn that the combination of durian's sugar and fat had caused a dangerous imbalance in his blood sugar and blood pressure levels. This experience served as a wake-up call for Robert, who realized that durian, while delicious, could pose serious risks to his health if consumed carelessly. The risks of durian are not limited to its effects on metabolism. For seniors with pre-existing heart conditions, high blood pressure, or digestive issues, the combination of high sugar, high fat, and sulfur content can create a perfect storm of health complications. Even a small amount of durian could lead to discomfort, dizziness, and other adverse effects that could affect their overall quality of life. This is why seniors should think twice before indulging in durian, especially if they have any existing health concerns or are on medications that affect their metabolism or blood pressure. Despite its delicious flavor and cultural significance, durian is a fruit that should be enjoyed with caution, particularly for seniors. Its high sulfur content, rich fat profile, and high sugar levels make it a risky food, especially when consumed in excess or when paired with alcohol. For older adults with slower metabolisms, digestive issues, or chronic conditions such as heart disease or diabetes, consuming durian could lead to a variety of uncomfortable or dangerous symptoms. While durian may be a tempting treat for some, it is important for seniors to recognize the potential risks and make informed decisions about whether or not to include it in their diet. If seniors are unsure about whether durian is safe for them, it is always advisable to consult with a healthcare provider before trying it, especially if they have underlying health conditions. Remember, it's not just about eating the right foods, it's also about avoiding the wrong ones. Staying informed and making smart choices is key to protecting your health as you age. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with friends. Your support helps us continue to create content that informs and inspires you. Stay healthy and take care of yourself.